The habits you've developed during your working years could actually end up ruining your retirement. Because a successful retirement isn't just about what you start doing, but also what you stop doing. And after working with hundreds of retireds over the years, I've seen how certain habits can quietly hold people back in retirement. So in this video, I want to walk you through 6 habits you must break as you walk into retirement. The first one is to stop living with a savings mindset. And I get it, it's tough. It's the psychological transition, but you've been working for 30, 40, 50 years of save, 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 right? It's accumulation. You're entering a new phase of decumulation, which is totally different, right? But that transition of save, save, save to spend, spend, spend is a tough one. The quicker you can make that transition, the quicker you will start enjoying your retirement. And one of the drawbacks is most people don't actually spend enough money and enjoy the first year or two of retirement because they haven't made that transition. So talk to people around you that have made that transition. What did they do? How did they mentally shift from saving mode to spending mode? And this is absolutely normal. Like if you're falling into this bucket, that's normal. But I want to encourage you, start working through this stuff, because when you hit retirement, it's literally overnight. You go from, well, I was making money and saving some of it, to now that part I've saved, I'm now spending it. And so it is a big mental shift. So start working through that. Again, talk to other people that have done it, friends, family, coworkers, whoever, and ask them, where did you find success in this? Everyone finds a different spot. What I can say and what we hear from clients, and my tip to you would be, as you get closer to retirement, a year or two out, really start thinking about, well, this dollar that I'm saving, this is what it's for. So you've kind of reallocated that dollar and reallocate it to something that you want to do in the first year of retirement. So in the last 2 years of working, let's say you're saving, $100 a month. Well, that $2,400 that you save in that last 2 years, that's actually for a trip in your first year of retirement. And that might help you get that shift happening a lot quicker than otherwise. Number 2 is stop neglecting your health. And sure, there's a small bucket of you that say, look, I'm taking care of my health. But for the majority of us, we're not, right? Work, life, family, everything. It consumes us. And oftentimes we put the time that we should have for health aside. We're not eating properly. We're not moving our body. As you enter retirement, I see it firsthand. People's health starts to diminish really, really quickly unless you do something about it. So again, create a plan, even if it's just starting with walking. Start walking every day for half an hour. My in-laws, my dad's the same way. They're very active. My in-laws go hiking every single day. When we go on vacation with them, it's hiking every day. We just booked a vacation with them and they're planning all these hikes. Perfect, that's great, right? Stay active. When you hit retirement, you need to take care of your health. That means both moving your body and watching what you actually put in your body and what you're eating. The third habit you need to break is stop putting things off. You've made it. You're here. You're in retirement. Now's the time to enjoy it. And to take a step back from that, I'd also encourage you, if you're not quite retired but getting close, I would start doing it now. Things that are on your bucket list. We have these calls with clients daily. Is okay, what's on your bucket list? Can you do any in the year or two leading up to retirement? Whether it's travel or learn a hobby, whatever it is. Everyone's got a different bucket list. Can you start checking off that bucket list leading into retirement? It'll help you with that transition into retirement, I promise you. So stop putting things off. Pick up a hobby, start learning a new thing, do what you want to do. And again, if you don't have a bucket list, create one, right? I talked to someone this morning. He's like, yeah, I'm looking to retire, I need a plan, etc. And I'm like, well, what are you retiring to? He goes, actually, I'm retiring to a hobby farm. I have lots to do. I love it. Fills them up, right? But so many of you have nothing to retire to. So start figuring that out. Stop putting things off. You're here, you're in retirement, or you're very close to retirement. Now's the time to what is in that bucket list? What is in my goals? What have I been putting off that I can start doing? The fourth habit to break is stop believing the headlines. And I won't dive into this deep because it should be pretty self-explanatory. So be careful what you read, be careful what you watch, right? There's a lot of negative news. News in general is negative. Right? And even our videos, oftentimes it's well, this will ruin your retirement, negative. We try and spin the positive on there, but it's really, don't get down, right? The news is always going to be negative. And that's why sometimes it's good to just shut it off. And a lot of mainstream media is being shut off, right? YouTube's picking up that kind of stuff. But be careful what you read in the headlines. A, it's not all true. And B, it might be there to just more fear mongering than anything else. So just be very careful of that as you walk into retirement. The fifth habit to break is stop letting relationships fade. As you enter into retirement, for a lot of us, Our social life is at work. For some of you, sure, it's not. But for a lot of us, the social life that we have is at work. We go to work, we get filled through that. When we get home, there's no one there. Or maybe your spouse, partner, kids are still home, whatever it is. But your social life is at work, and you need to start nurturing those relationships. So think about, like, if you're retiring next year, who in my life, like, what is my social network going to be? If it's 100% at work right now, well, do I have any of those relationships that carry outside of work? Maybe they're from work, but they carry outside work. And if not, do I want to nurture those? Or do I want to start nurturing new relationships? Those new relationships, where do they come from? Well, they could be, maybe you start playing tennis, or you start, at a chess club or whatever. Like, there's some of your hobbies and dreams and bucket list things might create that new social network. But at the end of the day, you need to start nurturing. A lot of us, we don't work hard on nurturing relationships. We don't have the time, life's busy, etc. But as you get closer to retirement, that is a habit you need to break. You need to start nurturing these relationships. You need people in your life as you walk into and walk through retirement, and ideally, people in a similar phase and stage of life as you. Like, walk into retirement with people. It's a great network and social network to have as you go through that stage. And the sixth and final habit to break is stop worrying about money. And I know that's easy to say and hard to do. Trust me, I get it. I'm the same. But at the end of the day, you've hit retirement. Have a good retirement plan. Like, I don't get how people enter retirement without a clear retirement plan and roadmap, know exactly if they can retire, how much money, where it comes from, all of that. Like, to me, it's tough to understand, but it's easy to get. Get a retirement plan. Know exactly what you need to do, when you need to do it, how you need to do it. And that should help alleviate some of the stress around money. Money is a huge stressor for the majority, I would say all people, but the majority of people in Canada and worldwide. My encouragement is create a flow, create a plan, create a flow, whatever you need to do to decrease that money stress, right? The idea in retirement is you've worked 40 plus years to get here. Now's the time to enjoy it. And if you're just stressing about money, trust me, if retirement's not going to be as enjoyable. And we have clients with more money than they'll ever spend. We've shown them that. It's like, hey, you're actually dying with millions of dollars. Those are typically the people that are the most stressed. Right? It's that middle ground that's typically less stressed. It's like, yeah, I know I have enough. I don't have enough that I have to worry about it. So it's that middle ground typically that are less stressed. But wherever you are in that ladder, make sure that you work hard. Do whatever you need to do to decrease that stress. Whether that's talking to people, have a social network, get a better plan in place, whatever it is. Everyone's got a different solution to it. But figure out how you can reduce the stress. For me, and my recommendation to you, get a plan. Know exactly how much money you can spend, where it comes from, how much tax you're paying, and then go enjoy it, right? There shouldn't be any money stress there. Create the cash wedge so you don't have to worry about markets. Like, there's so many things and steps that you can take to reduce that money stress, but so many of you aren't taking it. So that's my final tip and habit to get rid of. We'll see you in the next video.